gawa sa pagpapatupad ng kanilang pagsisecure ng border, sa pagde-deport ng mga tao para meron tayong konkreto at yung sinasabi ko specifics na ilalapit sa kanila pong foreign ministry para matugunan po. At so far, marami naman ho silang paggalang na ginagawa sa ating maganda relasyon natin sa Britanya. Hindi naman ako nakakita magiging pahirapan na usapan to.
Maraming salamat, Mr. President. Jean Reyes, may katanungan nating live studio audience.
Narito po, Mr. President, si Ginang Cypress Tan, may kinalaman ho sa overseas absentee voting ang kanyang katanungan.
Mr. President, marami sa ating mga kababayan ang hindi naka-register to vote because of the inconvenience of not having a consulate in their area. How can you help them make it easier for them to register and vote?
I was just talking to Consul General Painor the other day. They were talking about the Consul on Wheels program, no? And they go up to Alaska, I understand, no? To register our people. Perhaps we can modify the time period where you'll be allowed, no? to register. So, mas mahaba po yung panahon. Siguro naman magiging mapapadali natin yan. Pero nga ho, yung mahirap lang naman ho yata yung every year, all the time, pwede mag-register. Magre-reklamo ho yung mga partido sa bantayan ng rehistro. Kailangan po may time limit rin, baka pwede expand lang ho natin.
At talagang gustong-gusto po namin, Mr. President, na lumahok sa mga kalakaran po sa bansang Pilipinas. In the meantime, meron pong katanungan ng ating mga babayan mula po sa New York, New Jersey area. Mga Pilipino sa New York, New Jersey, pasok sa inyong tanong kay Pangulong Aquino.
Mr. President, how is your administration going to address the graft and corruption charges against the former President, Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo?
We've started with the Truth Commission. We formed it. They are complete. There's already a challenge before the Supreme Court as to the legality of the Truth Commission, but it has only one function. Receive all of the evidence, no, and prosecute as necessary everybody who was involved in graft and corrupt practices after the past decade. Now, if the Supreme Court rules against us, we'll look for another mechanism where we will still achieve the same thing. And one can also say that the moves of the House with regards to the Ombudsman are also part and parcel of our drive to really effect justice, no? Real justice in our country. Yung bakit hindi ho natin nalalaman, ang conviction rate po sa Pilipinas nasa 14% lang eh. Pag pumasok ka sa drug cases, 1% lang. Judicial reform is the fourth plank. Kahabulin mo, hindi mo mapapakulong, wala silbi. So, yun po nakikipag-ugnayan tayo sa Korte Suprema para humapaganda ang ating mga statistika para may katiyakan, may gawin ka kasalanan, may tsak na kaparusahan. Paniwala, let me just reassure you, no, if we are not able to convict the guilty, then we will just say, that, in effect, we're saying, let us perpetuate the system that has really done so much harm to our people for so many decades. So that is really one of the focal points of our administration.
At yan po nga asahan natin, Mr. President. Samantala, makibalita po tayo sa ating netizens. Ito po yung mga kapamilya natin na ngayon ay online at nanonood po sa atin. Ano ang balita dyan, Carmina?
Yes, Shal, alam mo, kaumpisa pa lang ng ating programa, but already the chat room is abuzz with activity. We are, of course, streamed live over ABS-CBNnews.com and TFC. Now, let me read you a comment coming from McGean of Lake Forest, California. Ang sabi niya, Mr. President, we love your smiling face. We hope that in the end of your term, you still have that smiling face. Isang comment pa lang po yan. We'll bring you more comments later on. In the meantime, this is Global Pinoy Town Hall sa TFC. Diyan lamang po kayo.
At welcome back po sa ating Global Pinoy Town Hall meeting dito pa rin po sa TFC. Dito pong mga nakaraang taon, ang Canada po ay naging isa sa mga pinakapopular na immigration destination ng ating pong mga kababayan. Kumustahin po natin ngayon ang kanilang kalagayan doon.
About 500,000 Filipinos now call Canada their home, and that number is growing rapidly as Filipinos have overtaken the Chinese and Indians in the number of new immigrants arriving the country. Majority of the Pinoys here can be found in the two biggest cities of Canada, Toronto and Vancouver, but a big Filipino population can also be seen in the city of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Many of our kababayans have migrated to Canada through the Skilled Immigrant Program. Mga doktor, teachers, nurses, engineers, accountants at iba pa. Foreign credential recognition ang reklamo ng marami sa kanila dahil di kinikilala ng Canada ang mga diploma at lisensya nila at kailangang kumuha pa ng mga kurso dito para makapag-practice ng propesyon sa Canada. Thousands of Filipinos have also entered Canada as nannies through the Live-in Caregiver Program or LCP. Pwede kasing maging permanent resident ang live-in caregiver sa Canada matapos ang 2 taon na walang problema sa kontrata. Pero marami ring hinihinging pagbabago ang mga Pinoy nannies dito tulad ng pag-alis sa live-in requirement at pagkakaroon agad ng permanent residency status nang maisama na ang kanilang mga pamilya mula Pilipinas. Aside from nannies, there is also an increasing number of Filipino temporary workers in Canada today. Mga service crew sa malalaking fast food chain at staff ng mga hotel at resort dito. Reklamo naman sa matataas na recruitment fee sa Pilipinas. Contract violations at termination dahil sa recession ang mga issue nila. Unlike the US, Filipino migration to Canada may be a recent phenomenon. Pero sa mabilis na paglaki sa bilang ng mga Pinoy dito, dapat daw mabigyang pansin na rin ang mga problema nila.
At narito naman po ang ating mga kapamilya mula sa Toronto, Canada na meron pong katanungan para sa ating Pangulo. Mga Pilipino sa Toronto, Canada, anong tanong niyo kay Presidente? Toronto, Canada na meron mga Pilipino sa Toronto, Canada, anong tanong niyo kay Presidente?
Hello. Greetings to the President.
Toronto, Canada, anong tanong niyo kay Presidente?
Okay. Greetings to the President from Toronto, Canada. My question is your administration considering new initiatives like an enhanced Balikbayan program or investment program for expatriate Filipinos that would entice Filipinos living abroad to either visit the Philippines or resettle that would entice.
Mr. President, marami po kami naririnig na ganyan. Sa totoo lang po, gusto namin bumalik sa Pilipinas, doon na po magretiro. Pero may programa po ba ang inyong pamahalaan para matupad po yun?
Yung sa totoo lang po, in the first 2 months, sinumpisahan ho natin yung pamamahala doon muna. Dahil talaga ang dami naman pong iniwan sa ating problema. No? Pero itong biyaheng ito, nakausap po namin ng mga iba't ibang mga tao tulad ni Lloyd Nicholas Lewis, no? Who had proposals. Actually, she was asking if we wanted to take out a loan from the OFW community. No? She gave figures as to what the combined wealth is, etc. So there is well, it's still at its nascent stages, but there are so many avenues that we're exploring on how to entice our citizens back. Sila Dado Balatao, no, last night was launched the Philippine Development Foundation primarily to have the transfer of knowledge and also transfer of resources, no, to grow our technology base. So the tourism, I'm sorry, no, Secretary Lim is not with us right now, but we will come up with an appropriate package that will entice everybody to come back home.
Okay, maraming salamat, Mr. President. That is very reassuring. Uy, Jing, mukhang may mga manong tayo dyan gusto magtanong kay Presidente.
Oo, wag daw kalimutan ang ating mga magigiting na kababayan na lumaban pa po noong World War II. Yan po ang tanong ni Mr. Ago Pedalizo. Isa po siyang veterans advocate. Ago.
Mr. President, buo pa rin po at matibay yung hangarin ng ating mga veterano at mga balo na ipaglaban yung pagkilala sa kanila bilang veterano ng Amerika. And in so doing, dapat magkaroon sila ng buong benepisyo, pantay na benepisyo, kasama na yung monthly pensions. Bubuksan na po early next year, mag-sponsor ang 2 kongresista mula sa California para buksan ang isang bill for full equity. Ang tanong ko po, ito po ba ay susuportahan ninyo?
Hindi ako ganun ka-conversant pa sa ngayon, no, about the topic. Yesterday, we were with the mayor of, I think it's Milpitas, California. He pointed out that there is a monument erected already there to honor the 250,000 veterans. Actually, this whole trip, the veterans that I managed to meet have been saying that there has been recognition. This is the first time I've heard that there was a not complete recognition. I'll be honest, no, we're concerned more about the pensions of our retirees in the Philippines with regards to the AFP. Si Senator Biason told me at one point, he started out with, I don't know if it was 4,000 or 8,000 when he retired. It is now 45,000 na pension. Why am I telling you this? It has gotten to the point that it is, in about 2 years or so, mas mataas na ibabayad natin sa pension kaysa sa sweldo ng mga aktibong miyembro ng ating kasundaluan. At yun po nagpapahirap na magparami tayo ng sundalo at saka pulis sa Pilipinas. Now, in your case, give me a little time to study precisely this problem. The DND is focused on so many things at this point in time. But I know they have been studying both the domestic issue, and I'll task the DND and the DFA to sit down and see what else can be done to help you in lobbying for the full recognition that you're seeking.
Naku, sana nga, Mr. President, matulungan niyo po habang buhay pang ating mga manong at saka yung mga balo po nila, inaasahan po nila yung todo suporta. Samantala, mga kapamilya, meron pong katanungan naman, Mr. President, ang ating pong mga kababayan from Los Angeles. Si Evangelist, Los Angeles people, pasok narito si Mr. President.
Mr. President, hi.
Hi.
The Mexican government is very active in U.S. immigration reform, and they give help to their documented services and lobbying. Like Mexico, we also have a very large undocumented Filipino population here in the U.S. who are working in low-wage jobs like caregiving. We are working so hard and remitting our money back to the Philippines. Like Mexico, can you also do a lot of services for us here in the U.S.? Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President, ang dami pong undocumented sa Amerika. Ano po yung tulong na ibibigay niyo po para sa kanila?
Well, una ho siguro baka pwede magmungkahi, no? Tayo ho are second biggest, if I'm not mistaken, Asian migrant population. But it seems there's a lack of unity within the community. The number that I recall vaguely, something like 4 million Filipinos or people of Filipino descent. And that is a sizable figure when it comes election time and you have elections coming up in November. Yun yung pinaka-effective. Yun ang lobby. No, yun ang hindi pwedeng hindi pansinin. Yung Mexico, dumaan kami ho kanina kay, I don't want to make a mistake. I think it was Cesar Chavez. There's a road called after Cesar Chavez. And he was one of those who really organized the farm workers who were exploited at some point in time. So, babalik ako dito. No? Why is it that the joke when I was here in the 80s was for every 5 Filipinos, for every 2 Filipinos, there are 5 organizations. And that is time lost. But we can and we should do something about it. Yung, babalik ko lang yung tanong, paano ba ako lalapit kay Barack Obama at sabihin ko, pwede ba yung ibang illegal immigrants, bahala ka na dyan, pero sa amin baka pwede, pagbigyan mo na. Diba? At a point in time when there is so much loss of jobs, closing down of businesses, this is the wrong time to appeal. At parang wala nga ako sa lugar. No? So, I'll go back. No? If the thing that the government is doing right now is if you are sent back home, there are programs to retrain you various skills that will have good market potentials in the country and elsewhere. I would suggest, and I think the consulate can help in trying to foster that one body for Filipinos. United, I don't think we can, and nothing can stop us. But divided, we're just a joke. I don't think we should be a joke.
Maganda po yung hamon ninyo. We have to be united as Filipino people. Pero ano kaya ang reaksyon naman ng ating mga kapamilya sa ating netizens sa online community? Carmina, balitaan mo kami.
Yes, Shell, kanina napag-uusapan ng matamis ng ngiti ni Presidente. Ngayon naman ang sabi ni Ram from New York City, P-noy, please show us anger if you need to. Sabunin mo ang mga umaabuso sa tungkulin. At mula naman kay Mark from Bulacan, let's all support the President. We'll bring you more of Global P-noy Town Hall sa TFC when we come back. Diyan lang po kayo.